Welcome to the streets at Southpoint, a powerhouse within the Research Triangle, a replacement for the long-gone South Square Mall. This 2002 mall stands as a destination and a retail powerhouse. Let's step inside and get a closer look. The streets at Southpoint was the result of 4 years of planning with urban retail properties at the helm of designing and developing the mall, while RTKL Associates was selected to bring the design to life. After 2 years of construction, the mall would open on March 2002 with premier anchors Hecht's, Sears, JCPenney, Nordstrom, and Belk. And on day one, the mall saw a massive crowd of 300,000 people. The mall would boast North Carolina's first Nordstrom, as well as the state's first Apple store. Aveda, California Pizza Kitchen, Hollister, and Pottery Barn were also relative newcomers to the Research Triangle when they staked claims at the streets. The streets of Southpoint also had such an impact on the area that it was selected as the topic of the most important story of 2002 in Durham's Top 10 Business Stories. The streets at Southpoint's history has been relatively quiet, but around December 2018, it was announced that Sears would be one of 80 stores in the chain to close nationwide, as per the bankruptcy proceedings. The store would proceed to close as expected in March 2019. Currently, as of July 2020, no plans have been announced for the replacement of the store. We will come to the outdoor portion and the mall's design choices later, but for now, we have to talk about 2020. 2020 has been a year of bad times all over. A pandemic that drove the entire world into lockdown, and more recent issues that are becoming increasingly volatile. This will date the video, but the future of the streets hangs in the balance, and we can only wait and see what will happen going forward. We'll get outside in a moment. Well, I must say, for an early 2000s mall, this one looks absolutely fantastic. I love the little street feeling you get in this mall. Each storefront looks quite unique too. And towards the top of the mall, you can see little vent pieces and such on the rooftops of the storefronts. Someone really took their time in designing this mall and went into a lot of the smaller details that really makes this mall just stand out. It was definitely a pleasant mall to be walking around in. Big, open, and spacious. Even the kiosks on the ground floor didn't seem to take much space. Perfect for an occasional mall walk. I just hope that this mall still holds out and does well going forward. It just looks too nice to just let die. But what do you think about the mall? Do you love it? Hate it? Share your thoughts down below. Not to mention, there is an outdoor half to this mall, which, of course, we will get a look at in just a couple more minutes. This is already a huge mall, and there's even more to this mall outside. You saw it in the once around. We'll get out there and get a closer look, I promise. As we get ready to go downstairs, I would like to ask, what are your thoughts on the shakeup to the usual format? Love it? Hate it? Let me know down below, and I can either continue on with the new format, or stick to the old one. And down on the ground level, you'll end up feeling very tiny in this enormous mall. Don't get lost out there in the city now, but I'm sure security will be around to help you back on your way. Maybe. Within the mall used to be a rare windows store, and those stores were kind of interesting to wander around in, to look at different equipment on display, the Xbox systems, the VR headsets, even the display surface that you could mess around with. Unfortunately, thanks to, all the Windows stores are now gone, save for 4 of them. PlayStation Move? That's still a thing? Well, I have been hyping it up quite a bit, but now it's time. Let's go outside and get a look at this outdoor half of this mall. Will it be a treat to behold, or just a strip of blighted buildings like Triangle Town Center was? The streets of Southpoint is the gift that keeps on giving. Fountains and statues to behold. Can you tell that I really like this mall? While we're out here, we can talk about the design of the streets. A lot of design went into this mall to make it feel specifically like an old-fashioned main street, the enclosed portion of the mall being referred to as Southpoint Boulevard. An estimated 2 million bricks were used to line this mall's interior and exterior, inspiration taken from brick facades on Durham's Franklin Street, as well as those on the UNC campus. Even the food court of the mall, referred to as the Fork in the Road, is inspired by an old tobacco warehouse. The bronze statues that you see along the fountains were made to further enforce the feel of Main Street by having children permanently playing throughout the mall. These statues were designed by the Art Design Group based out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. An estimated total of 23 statues are on the property, the effort taking 3 years to complete. And there we have it. There is a ton of character to this mall. It's practically an art piece, and I seriously hope that it gets preserved as such. If you're ever in the Triangle region, you should give this mall a visit. I do hope that you enjoyed this tour, and if you did, why not like and comment about it? Or dislike and call me names like an angsty teenager if you prefer. Also, do share this video if you think others should see this mall. I certainly think it should be seen by others. Additionally, I can be found on Minds and BitChute, and if you feel inclined to donate, I do have Ko-fi linked down below. Also, I am looking at some other social media ventures, something other than Twitter trash and Boomer Book, so I'll keep you posted on those.
No, turn that back on.
Well guys, until next time, this is Doomie Grunt, wishing you and the streets at Southpoint farewell and good luck in these insane times.